today is day 2, and I am just making a video now that is going to teach you something, go into breath work and be meditative. So it's very holistic. Now, we're going to talk about the importance of self-love, what could be barriers to it, and how it serves and why it's important. I will only touch briefly on things because I don't want to ramble on too long, and I want you to actually get your own wisdom as a priority. But when I talk, you may have some triggers, as in reminders or reflections that might help. So as we begin, let's begin by breathing into the belly. That really helps to ground us. So while I'm talking and while you're contemplating and while we're having a mini process to elevate you into remembering who you are, if you want to do that, if that's the right time, if it resonates, because not remembering who we are is part of a game here on this planet, and hide and seek and forgetting and then discovering is part of the fun as well. Remembering who you are ultimately means remembering that you are just light and love, and you're gonna lose all your identifications that are not even real ultimately, because who you are is not this eye or this shoulder, right? This is what you're expressing in this life as an idea of you, but you are so much more. The reason is, there are many analogies to this, but you know, if I were to lose my arm, I'd still be me. If I were to be blind, I'd still be me, right? If I didn't have an accent or this name, I would still be me. So if I wasn't born where I was born or living where I'm living, I would still be me. There's an essence in us that is who we are. And that's indescribable and indefinable ultimately when we really go down that rabbit hole. So loving yourself, the topic today is about whatever space you're in, whatever feels resonant on your spiritual journey. It could be loving the light that you are. If you're ready to completely embrace that, that is the core of who you are, right? But it could also be because you haven't embraced this yet fully, and it's gonna be a beautiful thing, I assure you, is really embracing and loving who you are as a physicality, as an identity, as a character in this play, and also really enjoying it, you know, really relishing this journey as this individual that has come to express the divine as you. So let's breathe into the belly. As we inhale, the belly expands, and as we exhale, the belly moves back towards the spine. I just taught yoga, so I've gone straight from teaching yoga and to doing this YouTube. So feel the belly really grounding. So this is where you can touch the essence of yourself more. Why am I doing this belly breathing all the time? Because it takes us into the body, into the now. It honors the lower 3 chakras, which are also concepts, by the way, but they help us to feel grounded. Our basic needs taken care of. It's all perceptive and linked. It helps us to flow according to the sacral, to be creative, to be in touch with our feminine, to be able to meet our own emotions, to flow with change, currency, dance, river, water element, stagnancy, flow, all of that stuff within, creativity. And then of course the part of the 3 chakra centers then is the solar plexus, which is passion, zest for life, and also commitment to yourself. This is to your identity self or to your path, depending on how you want to look at this and where you are in your journey. But as we belly breathe, we come into that space. And as you know, martial artists use this, the Tantien, the Hara, whatever you want to call it, Tai Chi, and all this. They use this area, and yoga too, the core and the solar and the connection, right? To really be grounded and centralized and present, bringing you into the now. So if you ruminate a lot and think a lot, and that really bothers you, keeps you up at night, has you, really burning up or spending a lot of energy in repetitive thinking or worry type of thoughts, or thoughts that end up spiraling you downwards, coming into the belly is key. That is the first and very simple but most effective thing. You can question all your beliefs and make this an intellectual cognitive exercise, or you can just go, all right, these are thoughts, this is a thinking program. Let me come into the physicality. Let me connect to base, sacral, solar chakras. Let me connect to the breath. And let me feel grounded on the floor or on the chair, wherever I am, with my feet. If I'm standing, I am grounded, I'm able to flow, I'm secure from within. I can commit to myself. You can change that around into I choose to commit to myself now on a deeper level. I choose to be okay with flowing with change and honoring my sacral energies of emotions and passion and sensuality. And I'm honoring the knowledge that I'm grounded. And I bring up my pelvic floor and I ground. And I connect with my feet to the ground and I visualize a red spinning wheel of light and I barely breathe, right? So, as we do this, it becomes easier to love ourselves if that is a challenge. And it's super important because when we love ourselves, and I haven't mentioned this yet, I'm sure you all know it, but when we really love ourselves, truly, we are so open and radiant, but at the same time so powerful and invincible and not a doormat and not just a lovey-dovey air, a butterfly or something. We're actually really powerful. When the heart chakra opens more because we know it's safe, and that all the illusions before of you better shut your heart down or you get hurt, or you better not breathe too much because keep in your corner and don't make much sound, or don't be noticed. This is all to keep you down. This is all an unconscious program that people have piled on you, and you adopted it through unconscious patterns or through a need to survive by behaving in a quiet way, by behaving shy perhaps and restricted and keeping this a bit trapped and guarded. And that keeps you from having that full life, from feeling like it's okay to make mistakes, it's okay to get hurt. It opens you up to being able to explore while always feeling safe within. So first of all, this base chakra, sacral third, with the belly breath. And then this self-love literally is a magnet. It's the most powerful field which will magnetize to you whatever you need. This is what it is. You could think all the things you want, affirm all the things you want, but if you're not feeling it, it doesn't work. It might work temporarily if your mind is really strong, but it's got to be a real feeling and connected to true self-love to be super sustained and permanent, really, which is what we want, right? So embrace yourself as you are, however your body is, whatever you're feeling right now, because it's your unique journey. You've gone through so much to be here. You have experienced and learned so much and dealt with so much. Have that gratitude for who you are. You're here. You are as you are, perfect, with infinite potential all around you. The key to transformation, if for some reason we do want to shift, don't have to, is actually loving who we are right now, because that's almost first in line. If that doesn't happen, you can't skip the queue. You have to just first love who you are, and then you can go and be much more creative about what's next, and you have much more confidence, you have much more ability to be who you are, standing completely on your own if that's what it takes. Because you're really loving who you are, belly breath, opening your heart, letting the magnetism of your heart lead your life and attract what you need and repel what simply doesn't match that frequency automatically. So the heart chakra is linked to breathing. So love yourself by noticing the breath, not just in the belly now, but how your heart feels, how the shoulders open. So often we do exercises around it. I'll give you a couple because there can be meditations as well. Meditations don't have to be like this, or being completely still and not moving, right? There's 1,000 ways to meditate. Walking at the beach, doing gardening, painting, running, playing in the sand. When you just wake up in the morning, observing that phase between waking up and becoming fully alert, getting into that whole idea of our lives, that whole matrix. So this is a good exercise here, bringing the fingers in front, thumbs behind. Just a few of these, doesn't have to be much. Inhale the wrists behind your neck. Exhale the elbows to the rib cage. Inhale the wrists behind your neck. Exhale the elbows to the rib cage. If that's comfortable. If it's not comfortable, please don't do it, or do it much less than what I'm doing. So put a bit here. So inhale out. Exhale down. I always see this like angel wings getting ready to fly. When I see my yoga students do it, it's always so beautiful. And it is literally liberating. It is literally like activating your wings. It really, really is. Okay. And now just bring the breath in and hold. Bring up your pelvic floor. Tuck your chin in. Gaze at the brow point. Exhale, release. Shake it out a bit. Limber it out. Heart chakra. Feel like you're releasing any blockages along your wrists, your hands, your arms. And this is also meditative. Feel what's going on in your body. We're going to do a couple more like this. So bringing fingers in front, thumbs behind. We're just going to inhale to the left and exhale to the right. Feeling nice and grounded, either in your chair, on the floor, wherever you are. Just simple. Doesn't have to be really complex or perfectly accurate at all. What feels right for you right now, for your body? Inhale left, exhale right, straight down. Beautiful. Inhale and exhale and hold. Doesn't always have to be the breath and the suspension of the breath. Okay, now shrug your shoulders a bit. This is heart chakra as well. Shoulders have secondary breathing muscles here on the neck and the shoulders. If they are tight, you're gonna suppress your breath work. And as you suppress that, remember, heart chakra is air element. Okay, so just inhale, exhale to your capacity, 3 or 4 of those. I'm choosing to limber up my shoulders, my neck, you could say. I'm opening up my heart capacity through the breath that's gonna be freed up. All right. Another good exercise would be like, bringing your arms out, like you're hugging someone, and exhaling and inhaling. Literally, what is right for you intuitively as well, that's right. And shake it out. That clears your auric field. If you do it dynamically with an intention, imagining you're sweeping the field, clearing out any stagnant energy through that. Okay, so now there's lots of techniques I can teach here, but let's keep it simple for now. And I guess if you do some sort of other yoga, do whatever it is that gets your heart rate going, that opens your heart, that you intuitively love, like dancing, stretching, moving the body, and feel it. There's so many things you can do. So now let's just meditate on this briefly as you close the eyes. Breathe in. Breathe out. Be okay with the feelings in your body, restrictions, freedoms, joy, strange, indescribable, whatever's. And breathe in gently to your capacity. Eyes focused at the brow point or at the tip of your nose, and exhale. Now inside you can just feel what's going on, meeting it. And you may say to yourself, if it resonates, I choose to increase my love for myself. I choose to feel that getting to know myself is super exciting. And I know and remember that everything is within me. I choose to remember that because I know that that is what it is. And so I choose to focus my life more into that. I choose to choose actions that show self-love to me as I teach people how to treat me by me treating myself the perfect way that suits me and my heart center. Being loving is being open, but having boundaries. Because there's only so much in a day on this 3D dimension right now. And so I navigate lovingly, choosing where my attention goes, to what gives me joy, to what makes me fill my cup so I can fill everybody else's with my mere presence. And just feel that and choose love for yourself. Write down, what can I do to honor my self-love more today? One thing. If you've got 20 things, do so. You have a little menu on your dining table or in your car or wherever. But play with this and trust your answers. The rewards will be infinite. See you next time. And more coming up. Ask questions anytime. Ciao!